Welcome back. So we're talking about Isaac and Rebecca, and we're also talking about principles of communication, the need for us to improve in the way we communicate in the home. All right, when the twins eventually arrived, what happened? Rather than Isaac and Rebecca relating to each other, what did they do? They began to relate. They chose a child each and began to relate to the children. You see, that is usually what happens when couples have poor marital relationship. Now let's talk about the blessing of Jacob. This was a critical time in the life of that family. It was time for Isaac to bless Esau, but he didn't know that the blessing was for Jacob because his wife did not tell him the revelation she had, that God said the senior was that God said that the eldest would serve the youngest, but he never knew. And so, well, we see something that happens sometimes in the home, using tricks to get things done. We saw deception coming into play. We see hide and seek game coming into play. You know, this important revelation was hidden from Isaac. So why do couples hide things from each other? Couples hide things from each other. It's very common these days. Sometimes they hide the businesses they do, the monies they receive, the properties they have, and so on and so forth. I believe that they do this because of lack of trust, because of selfishness. You know, so rather than share these things with their mates or their spouse, they hide them for selfish gains. Some confide in their children instead of confiding in each other, just like we see in this very story. All these do not help to build strong marriages. They hid things from each other because there was no trust. Trust has been eroded. Let me just give you a few tips as we round up this message that will help your marriage to become strong as you communicate better. Number one is create time every week. At least once a week, let there be a time the two of you are just alone. It could be outside of the house. Just be alone. So what do? Number two, spend time to talk, share. Share your feelings, your hurts, your worries, your victories, your excitements, your challenges. Just keep sharing, share everything. That is what marriage is all about. It's about sharing. You know, when you share in this way, it helps the two of you to build, it helps the two of you to build confidence in each other. It helps the two of you to bond together, soul and spirit. Such sharing creates bonding of soul and spirit in marriage. So marriages collapse when they fail to share their real feelings with one another. When you confide in other people instead of each other, it creates a big problem in the family. When you discuss more freely with others than your spouse, your husband or wife, you know, it creates problems in the family. Keeping secrets from each other breeds mistrust, just as we said earlier. So let me just give you a few tips that will help you to build a strong marriage as you communicate better.